Aggressive players, especially Heroic. Heroic on Mirage, they're super proactive, and I hope we get to see some of that tonight.
I'm sure we will. Once Heroic enter the server, of course, they're going to be bringing that aggression, but will fnatic have enough to be quelling that coming onto Mirage? We're going to find out with Chad and Alex. Let's get into it.
I'll tell you now, I am a fanatic for Heroic and fnatic. I love both of these teams. They are heading into a best of one. Of course, winner stays on and, of course, stays undefeated in our first day of play of the Legends stage. It's been an adventure. Now we head over in to fnatic's first T round. Mezzi, in-game leader, thrusts a smoke into the skies. And that's to disguise a full commit.
3 CTs here to defend this.
Oh, the nades there on the toes as well. Roy, testing the waters. TeSeS got a lot of equipment there. He doesn't want to lose it just yet. Stavn remains a bit passive as he taps 2, 3 heads out of quick succession. Apartments locked down. fnatic sent down around. It's the first for Heroic straight away.
If that's the type of Counter-Strike we can expect from Stavn in this game, it might be a quick one, right? This individual here, you talk about him, but he always sees the start. It tends to be a bit more like a sleeper, right? He'll get you 25, but we want to see 35 from Stavn for him to cement himself. And I think this is going to be a curious affair here because we always talk about how proactive, reactive, radioactive, active, whatever Maui wants to call them as far as active goes, maybe some active wear. They're all over the shop and they don't stop moving. So it's going to be difficult for fnatic to be able to keep up with that type of play, but they've definitely got some heavy hitters of their own in the server. Interesting, the little overlap with jabbi, Nikodos, and Roy being on opposite sides of the server. One major removed, and there is the farm. This is industrial farming in middle right here.
Problem solved. Yeah, they've really upgraded it. Taking a leaf out of the Netherlands book, doing it vertically. We will get AKs immediately out though. fnatic, of course, by virtue of that full eco. Feels like we've just got this game started and Heroic already got 2 rounds to the good.
Yeah, nice and quick. So not messing about here. We can settle into this one a little bit more. Well, MP9s at the ready for TeSeS and sjuush. His AK-47's equipped, and window smoke deployed here. That one won't be blocked. cadiaN looking for a gap, but nothing manufactured. As these MP9s in tandem are going to clear out the A ramp. Now, do they just want to park TeSeS here, or is he going to get a little bit more inquisitive? Maybe now so that Stavn has taken some action.
You know jabbi's going to have his nose a little closer to the monitor for this game. Up against Nikodos, Roy, former Flames. Now, ooh, TeSeS flirting with aggression. Now, fasha's been dispatched to keep the house clean here.
Yeah, it's all come down to timing with a situation like this. So you can see fasha having to check both. cadiaN does take down Crims, 2 of the more experienced names in the servers.
And that's the timing we were talking about. fasha's looking the right way, but TeSeS far too quick. He's not faffing around with retrieval, though. He's not going for that AK. He'd rather hold on to his life. They've got a 2-man advantage now. Heroic are in firm driving seat position. Can anyone tip the scales? I mean, Nikodos is already bleeding out at 23 HP. Mezzi and Roy are going to have to do the lion's share here.
Oh, nice block smoke of about 40 seconds on the clock as well. That means that they can channel their focus elsewhere. TeSeS is more of a caretaker here, and that means in connector Roy, he's in a lot of strife.
Okay, sjuush is on the jiggle. He should have an advantage. Oh, Roy, quick to react. Good find. Smoke jungle. jabbi hunting. Nikodos ready as well. He should go down. jabbi's not in a position to catch him. If he does tuck in, oh, it's the tip of the head. Still in ladder rune. And Mezzi's got a frag as well. These two are doing it. Roy makes space. Turning the tide now. Nikodos cleared out. Stavn posts another frag. 7-0 as Mezzi looks to be the hero on the 1v2. Good read. Knows where jabbi is. Dancing around the default for the 3rd. Can he clutch up? A couple of misses. jabbi prevails. And a ton of the tongue. He knows he could have had that one.
Well, big sigh of release from both of them there, whiffing the initial exchanges on that shot, and the FAMAS will come out on top, upgraded into an AK, sure. But considering how that one started, if Heroic lost it, it would have hurt a whole lot more. Now, I think fasha, as he jumped off the ledge, TeSeS probably heard that and knew to snap into action. So that gave him a step in the right direction early. But yeah, considering they got that kill and then cadiaN found one early as well, if they didn't convert that, they would have been a little bit worrisome. But cadiaN, he is going to be getting fired up exactly like that. The plant does facilitate another fnatic buy, so not done just yet as far as the early stages go. Might have to be a bit more of a pack roll mentality here, but again, Roy towards the top and middle. Stavn or Pepper. The seasoning not required. Boost missed, and I think one of the keys with Heroic in recent times has been cadiaN into some very good form. Almost feels like a necessity. I know he is an in-game leader, but as an AWPer, you have to be finding some impact.
Best gun in the game. Can't be missing shots like that. Exactly what the doctor ordered. cadiaN puts Mezzi in the ground. fnatic look to turn around the round.
With how close that previous was, and if this one ends up being somewhat close again with a plant, hold up, Roy.
Yeah.
You are going to have to take this fight.
Big.
Controls it. I think the molly missed, right? You saw it under the boxes, not at the back of the wall, so a bit of a misthrow there.
And Roy, the fact that he's alive is bothering Heroic. You can see 3 players dispatched. Line up from TeSeS to try and geek the info. Drops a smoke, calls for cadiaN, and the shot is hit. A second from this defensive B-side AWP. Completely detaches fnatic from their intentions.
But they're good at maneuvering around. Now they can fight towards connector as a unit.
Yeah, you've got this set up. sjuush on connector, down to swing. And sjuush good for the first. He can back away now. Will do so. Distracted. Hopefully a freebie. 2 from Stown. Catapults himself up to 9 frags. And certainly, I mean, you considered the desk was talking about sjuush having a standout performance in their opening game against the outsiders, but in terms of candidates, you've talked about cadiaN delivering. I think Stown, obviously, you've highlighted as we arrived. The dude's a mechanical beast. If he's on form, fnatic are going to have their troubles. This was lovely.
Here it is,
Roy.
the molly I was talking about. So you can see it. He's stepping to the side of it. He's not flushed out. So you kind of want that to spread a little bit deeper right there. But I think if fnatic can find an opening kill, we're 4 rounds in and they're yet to find an opening frag. And obviously we know that's a difference maker, especially on the T side. So cadiaN again, same position.
Well, he said he was watching the fnatic demos in preparation. The fact that he's been here at B every time they've considered it might be an indication it's paying dividends. Okay, that's back. Crims puts the AWPer on his arse. Good damage into TeSeS off Roy. Need the finish, can't find it as TeSeS. 2 into the smoke. Leaves nikados and Crims in the hurt locker as Stown wants to finish it now with a couple of his own design up. And absolutely roaring to life are Heroic.
Okay, well, only 1 plant in the first 5 rounds as well, so I think everyone's still settling in from the excitement of the previous game. Maybe need a moment just to take a breath with that Fury comeback.
Maybe get the cameraman some water. He is clearly thirsty. Timeout called by fnatic, and I think I would too. You want to just kind of shake it off.
And we've got Keita on one side of the server. That's the coach of fnatic, and behind Heroic here, maybe you're just tuning back in. That is Exist, of course, but Keita's had his time with a few international rosters.
I just had this kind of dialogue in my head where Keita's going, boys, I think they watched the demo. I don't know what to say.
You think that's what Keita's saying 5 rounds in?
Lads, I don't know. It feels like they know what we're doing.
Oh dear, okay.
What do we do now?
That's not what you want your coach to be saying.
No, okay. I'm do a little trolling.
I think he just said, boys, if we shoot them in the head
yeah.
first before they shoot us, then it's easier.
If you do what they've done to us for the last 5 rounds and kill them first,
simple game, Counter-Strike.
we can win.
Yeah, it's a very simple game.
Yeah.
But again, this same default spread. So fasha anchoring A, Roy top mid, Crims over towards the B apartments here, and he's going to have a tail of Mezzi and nikados not too far behind. But look at the confidence of Stown here.
Yeah, interesting switch up from Heroic's setup. They've actually just left cadiaN on an island of A 3-man. Quick to respond to B and also hold mid.
This is a bit more standard. I know it looks gambly, but for Heroic standards, this is pretty default.
Oh, lovely. Roy is completely cooked. Where's that underpass for tension? Stown staring. And so Crims, yeah, you can see he's hesitant. Doesn't want to condemn his team to a 3v5.
I'm going to try and walk into B again.
Yeah, no warp this time, but a nade on the nose, TeSeS. Good awareness, and timing on Crims is perfect.
He's going to get away here.
What a dream. That is when patience prevails. A well-executed arrival. And speaking of, fasha, he's timed it to perfection. cadiaN completely caught unawares. Crims and fasha recovering the round for fnatic off the back of the timeout. They just need to put the cherry on top now. Into the site. jabbi is there on the stairs. 3 coming his way. Can he find the multi-kill? 1 already. Good. Problems now. Crims is under a lot of scrutiny. Oh, the damage from jabbi. It is recoverable. Not maybe if sjuush is as snappy as that. Crims to clutch. Gave them legs to the round, but has his ripped from underneath him for a 6 from Heroic. Business face.
You look at the little details there and you're questioning, okay, that smoking connector from fnatic, what are they trying to achieve here? Well, they want to give themselves a buffer so they can't die from short as they pivot in. This was a gift here. You can see cadiaN, he's using the lip of that box and you can tuck yourself in, but just shown. And I think here, this is the smoke I'm talking about. They're running through the gray screen looking for that space. That was meant to buy them a buffer from B and actually put them straight into the hands of jabbi there, who shut them down. And without the plant, we are back down to the pistols. But I think the fact is, and the way the meta seems at the moment in a lot of these games, we need to be looking for the CSGO to be converting 10 rounds, right?
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's about the comeback on the other side, which we know is possible. But here's the pop. TeSeS is on his own completely.
Yeah, but he's done well. You know, you can see he's conditioned himself to know when the right time. Ooh, quick one out of fash's Deeg.
They still have a smoke that's just been deployed right now.
This is getting scary now for Heroic. They did abandon TeSeS, and now they have to claw their way back in. Recovered AK in play. Crim's close to the market. Let's see if he can pop and sharp a couple of heads. Good chip damage as well from Nikados's Deeg. Crossfire established. Will that spread? Crims could be in a hot water situation here. It looks like he's found safe haven.
There's no time, man. I think
they're just trying to do as much damage as they can. You say that the frags all come through at once. They could if they run it down. I think there's time. Just like that.
I don't know.
It's really close. That's cruel. That is cruel. I don't even know if they knew.
That's another one.
If they were going for that.
That's the thing. If the kills didn't start coming their way when they did, there was just absolutely no way. I didn't feel that there was enough time there.
Let me see
They just.
So sjuush.
We're already over halfway
Look
gone.
at the bomb now. Stown catches one, and then it's just this. Crims was the hero to finish. Oh, and he's on the bomb. God, fnatic, daylight robbery. They lose the round. After all the hard work was done, Heroic just kick him and spit on him.
Yeah, that one is going to sting a lot, right? Because you think you've boiled it right down to the wire there. TeSeS here praying and then getting fired up.
He wasn't
you can
sure.
see all the emotions on TeSeS right here. Another timeout to be called. 7-0, so you know that you can break through. That was a close round. You kept Heroic on their haunches at least.
Yeah, I mean, that shot onto TeSeS really did open up opportunities.
I think that's why I was also praying. It's like, oh, boys, I hope I haven't let this one slip.
Yeah, well, turns out all good in the proverbial hood for Heroic.
cadiaN has a gap to work with here. Just flashed himself back into it. And now we'll assume the position, but they do not know if anybody got across the top mid. Indicated by that pot shot. Now, fnatic have had quite the prevalence towards this B bomb site. And maybe that's why Heroic are leaning a little bit more towards A, expecting there to be a shift in the tide. Well, in the previous, that wasn't the case. This time round, again, cadiaN windows, down connector, sjuush over towards Ticket with the bait. He's jump spotting here to hopefully lure them into the line of jabbi. Redeploying the window smoke, and Crims and Roy in combination will garner this mid control. But TeSeS is abandoned B, called cadiaN over to hold the line and taking the power position of vent room. So really good understanding of the rotations right now from Heroic.
Yeah, really interesting adjustment. Crims forced to reposition, a lick of the flame heard, which leads to a nade on the nose. Or not, just evaded. Looks like Mezzi's calling for an A take. Down actively holding window here. Crim's just flirting with, oh, that advanced position. He goes to clear short. Stown prevails. And a 5 versus 4 that's about to get a lot more bloody. Here's the commit. Oh, woof, headshot exchange. Gap in the smoke, perfect for the frag, and a second as well. sjuush just farming in towards the sandwich position. TeSeS will close, and Heroic speed running this defense. As you said, yeah. We've definitely seen a prevalence of CT side runs, but if you can keep it perfect, keep it spotless as long as you can, it starts getting rather intimidating for fnatic.
This smoke, we've seen so much of it in recent times. Remember we were covering off that 9Z game, and they were just consistently using that and abusing that little gap in the smoke, jumping up on the box, using it as a buffer to get in towards the site here. If you can retain that lay and there's just that walkout, what are you meant to do? Because it's no longer just one angle. And fnatic, in 8 rounds, well, let's call it 9, just this one's about to get underway, have already used 3 timeouts.
Exist is like, these are free, boys. I mean, I've got nothing to say. Yeah, you guys have a chat.
The problem is they've allowed this buffer to be built with how some of these rounds have fallen by the wayside. So there is enough cash for a future purchase. Lots of Liquid jerseys in the crowd, might be inspired by Fallen's short stint. Everybody thought they would get the goodies, but we didn't really get to see a whole lot, did we? How fast this time.
Yeah, Crim's down. It's down. No problem in this round, and just on the fade, it looks like Roy will go unchecked for now. Fasher tries his luck. fnatic, they tried some individual plays. It doesn't necessarily render a reward. This is a freebie. jabbi down quick on the turn. Roy finds the double. Nikodos and Mezzi for the final flourish. Not well received. cadiaN posted second in the feed.
And look at this little search towards mid. So cadiaN likes to keep his individuals active. We'll look for him. We won't let him set the tempo, but they have given him a little bit of room to work with. sjuush is about to call mid clear, even checking underpass. So in combination with TeSeS, they can almost confirm it won't be B. And the line drawn in the sand by this AWP cannot be smoked off right here, right now. cadiaN a little bit worried that in that timing, Mezzi may have taken an awful lot of space, but as we can see, still stuck over towards Tetris, hoping the move comes his way, and now that information is more than secured.
Yeah, now they come hunting. cadiaN will no longer be alone. The double Molotov gets nothing done. No frags, only information back. He's still blind. No info on where these three reside. You can run, but you cannot hide. Mezzi down 9-0.
All right, well, have to bring up a little bit of a fun fact or a bad stat if you're a fnatic fan. They've only been able to manufacture one opening kill thus far in the first 9 rounds of play, and that was Fasher's deagle shot onto TeSeS on that light round where they exploded in towards the B bomb site. As far as the gun rounds are concerned, absolutely nothing. And that is a problem. That needs to shift right here because Heroic are the ones consistently finding these opening picks and then just playing out these 5-on-4 number advantage situations. And again, it's down to the pistol, so watch them get a deagle zinger here and continue to keep that streak alive.
This is ballsy to be going underpass AWPing when you know you're up against a slightly more hindered by. cadiaN makes that AWP all the more retrievable. I say that maybe his faith in the setup. He's got Stown behind him. Maybe I'd be confident too if I had that support.
Yeah, jabbi in connector and TeSeS on short. So there can be a lot of support here quite quickly. And one of the other positives available, if Stown continues the crawl that he's currently on right now, get a lot of information that it isn't B.
Oh, perfect.
An opening again, and Crims is aware of this. You can see him investigating, and the bullets just don't land. Stereo kills come in across, and they just keep coming. Everybody falling now for fnatic, and it's about to be 10-0 in the favor of Heroic here. I think they want to get to bed.
Yeah, they do definitely seem intent on finishing this one ASAP. FASHR with a deagle. Bit belated at this point.
Yeah, not going to really account for a whole lot, but the plant would be nice. I think you'd be very content if he's able to make his way out this window. There's multiple bodies ready and raring, and it's down. Okay, well, there you have it.
Gets it done.
Do you think cadiaN, you know, you saw him, I don't know if you actually caught it, it was on Reddit, there was like a little video of it. He's giving out a jersey to a fan, there were tears.
Yeah, it got me a bit welled up as well, just to see how much it meant to the fan. It was very heartwarming. Probably meant a lot to cadiaN as well.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, right? cadiaN, by a lot of people at home, gets sprayed into this villa. We know cadiaN. We talk to cadiaN all the time. We always have a chit-chat with him. He's a lovely guy.
He's a sweetheart.
He's a competitor, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Missed Molly again, or at least is far from ideal.
They can execute A here. This might be a little bit more of a retake setup. So Roy, I think, will be activated to lurk unless down comes his way.
Feels like Heroic are already kind of ready. Cursory glance, nothing to report.
We'll be smoked off, right? Nobody will be playing ahead of these smokes. But remember what we said about the smoke that sjuush can drop. He can still stifle one a little bit even further forward, but they're actually trying to contact out the ramp, but cadiaN just steps into it.
Brings the fight to them. They're the ones on the attack, but it doesn't feel like it. Stack nades into Palace. Don't see that every day either. cadiaN wants more. Flash off. Crims fires off the AWP shot. That's heard.
And there's the smoke, just scuttled out. This will stall them. less than a minute on the clock now.
And they're clearing mid. This is smart. They know there's a late crawl coming. They've got 2 disposable players here. God, they're so active at Heroic, just constantly pivoting between the options. cadiaN, look at it! Charges to find the trade. Tech9 works out well. Gap could be exploited. cadiaN has gone down here. Fasha has brought him an opportunity to close. fnatic for their first. Every round worth its weight in gold on the T side here in Rio. They cannot give this up. This has to be a fnatic round. Get him off the goose. He didn't plant. He fumbled it, and it's all good. If Crims has anything to say about it, I got nervous there. Cancelled the plant as he rounds the corner. Good grief.
Understandably so, because that just took him out of the equation, having to replant at the worst possible timing. But look, still no opening kills as far as these gun rounds are concerned, but a round nonetheless. So Roy did a great job on this lurk. I don't know what made him hesitate the initial fight. If he did go quick as you like, he would have gone down as well. But Fasha with that double, that's the difference maker. And Crims, not known to be an AWP.
I believe that's his career 7th AWP frag.
It's like you look at his and Rain's and you go, oh, they've been banned from this,
So,
have they?
can someone have a look for me and tweet it at me? How many AWP kills has he got in his career? Crims, have your guesses in the chat. Let me know what you think, because we are going to dig for that number now. Probably not too many. nikados. A few more on his chart for sure. Maybe not in this game. Sitting on a meager 2 as a deep flash into the ramp. Swallowed. cadiaN, a nade for good measure. Chunks him lower, and oh, that's a dead AWP for sure. Crims, he closed the previous. He's opened this next round of play. And sjuush, aggressive to finish the job. He actually just charged through the ramp smoke in order to find that, so leaves us in a 4-on-4. Crims is hard work. Equalized now, and you can see fnatic looking to retool. They know they've got Crims parked in connector.
Being so quiet about this crawl back through T-spawn as well. The shift key all the way, and they have so much room, but it's a gamble stack from Heroic over towards B. They're hedging their bets that that might be the finish, and even sjuush looked like he was going to be called over to the party, but standing and ready to deliver. TeSeS has cleared out behind that smoke now, and that should free up the rotation of jabbi and stan back, but they need to be careful because Mezzi was close towards the window room. He's just relinquished control, and sjuush has info. It has to be A at this juncture. TeSeS is on a massive flank.
Yeah, that is going to be big if
they don't. Didn't clear.
They're taking their sweet time.
He didn't clear Mezzi.
Back to Mezzi. Should be a freebie. Mezzi's going to surely get this frag for free. Can't mess this one up. Doesn't. The round falling into place for fnatic. Consecutive fashion. Another tap to the head. sjuush now dead. 4-on-2. TeSeS flanked though. It is big for the first. Roy silences another. 1 versus 2. Time sensitive, but he's got time to at least have a glance at Palace from behind. Mezzi will secure it. And this is all they need. You know, if they can keep this up, finish strong. We just saw Furia finish in a similar fashion. They were 11-4, and it was enough. fnatic 2, couple more.
Yeah, it's never too late here, especially with how strong these CT sides have been. Great work from Mezzi. You know, Stan overlooking this position. Thought he was going to investigate a little bit closer. That was not the case whatsoever, and jabbi is looking the complete wrong direction here. Did just have a look at Crims' career AWP. Maybe we've been sleeping on the Crims AWP. In 2022 alone, he's got 45 kills with the AWP in all time, considering how long this gentleman's career has been.
He's played a lot.
An awful lot of Counter-Strike. 579. I think today I saw that after that first game, he had played his 100th match at Majors. 100 match at Majors.
I saw Simple got like 2,000 kills or something crazy, but let's get into it.
Okay, well, one more, and they might even break the bank here of Heroic. So fnatic, this has been a late resurgence, but it doesn't matter when these rounds come, just as long as they do.
All to play for Heroic. Different approach this time. You can see just early. Oh, tickling the toes. How is he live? Just spamming his jump. He's hoping to live. He's going to hunt him down. And oh, Fasha does so much. Considering the situation, he's done more than enough with a frag. On to sjuush.
And there's opening kills in consecutive rounds here for fnatic. So the tides are shifting.
And things will settle.
But look how separated it is on the map. fnatic have so much faith in one another here to be able to make the right decisions, look for the correct fights.
Stark contrast to the Brazilians we were watching, pack rolling. fnatic tend to split and pick.
Yeah, the fact they're able to isolate these fights, or maybe the fights are being isolated for them. Check this next one out. This is such a hard clear for nikados against stan.
But yeah, and yet I feel like he's got it. Oh, he's so well hidden. Down, perfectly managed angle, even with an AWP. nikaDOS couldn't clear it. Oh, light. He just walked in front of it. jabbi knows he's got company. Just a matter of the fade.
I think he's doubting it here.
Second guessing it. Did he thought he must have blinked at the same time, or he did obscure the light for a moment through that smoke, and now Mezzi stampeding towards the B site. TeSeS might go for a jump for early info. Oh, it's dreamy. It's creamy. Crims, King of Kings, has got them on a hot flank. TeSeS still catches one on the apps. Crims, this has to be a free frag onto cadiaN. Rune walking with his knife out, still a 2-on-2. Hectic round. Coming in from both sides of the site. What are you supposed to do? It's 1v1 now. TeSeS head exposed, and he topples fnatic with a 3. What a round. That could have been anyone's game. It really did just constantly change hands, that one. And you know, for Heroic's finances were up for debate there. It comes down to a 1v1, so it's not going to be pretty.
How crazy is all these different fights across the map here? And I think Heroic were even doubting that it was going to be the B finish after they had that first kill and Crims made it through the window. It's some strange scenes right here, but 11-2 and both teams with broken buys into round 14. Pass towards mid. This time there's actually intent behind it. It's not just Roy. He's got a pack. A unit here, and they are going to stretch their legs and take this room. And oh, look what cadiaN's calling out here. This is 3 players close towards the A ramp, hunkering down. On the fade through connector. There's nobody to worry about towards short here, so there's a real opportunity. fnatic can take some liberties and spotted towards the site. Is down, jousting with Roy.
jabbi. Company cleared and fragged. 1 HP in it. nikaDOS has provided fnatic an opening. One of the 3 AKs in play, utilized well. They are starting to pincer into this B site, or at least considering it through short. They'll use nikaDOS as a scout. And 1 HP probe. Oh, just a slither. All it takes. TeSeS is still a problem. The turret of B, a thorn in fnatic's side. Mezzi spotted on the cross with that bomb on his back. TeSeS goes looking, straight to the dome. Mezzi handing out headshots. A flash for the finish. They need to find down before they can get that bomb down. 6 HP.
Rotation's coming.
Beautiful from Mezzi. Flank is great. Bomb is loose. Problems in Basho. What is that long range MP9? Crims can do something. 28 seconds. He's got a good idea of where his opponents are and where they will be. cadiaN, though, wants to perhaps punish as the smoke does pop. Both mark it for this. 15 seconds. Oh, he's actually disrespected the smoke. cadiaN, he should have outplayed Crims here. He's aware? He's aware. Still cadiaN's round. Oh, he's bothered by that one. Just felt like he knew. He knew what was up.
Had a very good read of the situation, did Crims there. There's just not enough time for him to be able to work that type of round out. And this here from sjuush, that was the difference maker, right? Saying the rotation is coming, it was taking Mezzi way too long to clean house towards the back of site, at no fault of his own. Right, this is when they're so spread out, the rotation coming in, they're hoping the jewels get taken, and it's 12-2. Now a 13-2 scoreline, that might be too difficult to come back from.
Yeah, that pistol almost puts the nail in the coffin. cadiaN. Aggressive up mid, and Heroic's posturing very dynamic. Constantly just moving around. These blue dots are just endlessly roaming.
But that's the definition of this team. It's having faith in cadiaN to make these calls and not doubting. When he says you do, and that belief has gotten Heroic deep within plenty of tournaments. It is what is their signature style here.
Placing the smoke, not allowing a moment. Oh, that's a weird one, yeah. Bit too deep. Makes the swing a bit more difficult. You can see jabbi in a position to at least throw bundle of utility towards nikaDOS. He's trapped for a second. Crims is in that window, and I think cadiaN's investigating. At least considering it as an option. They know they haven't had access. This feels like a compulsory one for fnatic if they want to come back. It's down. What? Straight through the smoke to Roy's face.
Crims is still overlooked here.
Yeah, timing is everything. cadiaN reveals himself. jabbi, does he really consider the clear? He does! Incredible presence of mind from the Dane, and that is pain for fnatic. 13, and look how good that feels. Heroic know they're within touching distance of ending day one of the Legend stage undefeated. Red carpet rolled out. We'll see if fnatic got anything to say when we return from our break.
cadiaN is one of the most recognizable faces, not only when it comes to Danish, but also global CSGO. Known not only for leading Heroic, but also for how he celebrates his team's successes. But leading and celebrating aren't the only things he's renowned for. He's also a very efficient player. Let's travel back to IEM Gamescom 2015 and the match between Renegades and cadiaN's SK Gaming. He needed just 2 bullets to stop 4 advancing enemies.
Flashes are coming into B. They've gone with a bit more tempo. Oh, double shot! Takes down Yam and Sponge. He was missing earlier, but I suppose he makes up for it. Taking 2 with 1 bullet there. There's cadiaN again! Oh my god! 2 bullets, 4 people for cadiaN. Pretty fantastic stuff. And we said cadiaN needs some confidence back, and well, if you if you need confidence, I don't think it gets much better than that.
An incredibly strong start from Heroic. 13 rounds in their defensive hall puts fnatic against a wall. If they really wanted to dig themselves out of trouble, it would have to start now, and maybe Heroic's monitors would have to start black. I don't really know if there's a way back in for fnatic. 2, a meager haul on your T side. Heroic, they're going to be within spitting distance of the win after a pistol win, so let's see what they've got in the T side game plan.
There's been some gnarly comebacks throughout, but this one here seems difficult to fathom as a 3-1-1 split. Pretty standard for a CT side pistol. Crim's going to investigate swiftly towards short. Fasher's not playing ticket, and right now, Heroic, they're not going anywhere. They're just in a spread across the map here, hoping there is a little bit of aggression. Crawl towards the top and middle now, and sjuush, who has just been an absolute monster. 19 kills for him. Actually, everybody's been a monster. cadiaN with 18, 12 a pair for sjuush and TeSeS. And okay, shots exchanged. The P250 could have had an opportunity to joust with the P2K. We can see which PP comes out on top. I'll tell you, it's not the Bison.
No comment. Well, this is all part of cadiaN's game plan. Things going to start whirring into action about 60 seconds. They crawl through mid. He's ready to punish nikodos if he does take a cursory glance. Crims and nikodos are both overseeing that mid perimeter. That's the first frag. It is from fnatic. One back. Down. That glass cannon P250 goes far. Swung through. TeSeS trying to flash through. What? Down gets a second. He may not be done. Crims is there, and that P250 from Stown is stunning. Astounding. Yeah, this one is done. Someone get me a fork, stick it in this game. It's done.
Yeah, pack your bags, boys. I think we might be making our way on the shuttle home pretty quickly here. NIP versus Outsiders on that secondary stream. You know, when the action's over here, you can turn your attention over there. But Stown, in back-to-back pistols, and correct me if I'm wrong, has just locked things down. I think he managed 4 kills in the first pistol round. I can even flick back and check for everybody. Can that guy see the screen? I don't think, I'm not sure he can actually see any of the action that's going on there, but I do respect the specs.
Yeah, I think you could.
What, through
The
bottom of his
modern technology.
peripheries? What are they, Google glasses?
Yeah, basically. Bing glasses.
Yeah, Stown managed 4 kills in the first pistol and 3 in the second. So
Yeah,
you do the maths. That's 7 kills over both pistol rounds. That's impact.
Oh, that is exactly what you want from your star player at the major.
Yeah, this is a bit deflating if you are fnatic just getting blown out, right? Heroic are one of these teams who didn't play in the Challenger stage, and they're not having any issues with it whatsoever.
Yeah, we talked about that Challenger stage buff. Some teams come in hot. Doesn't seem like fnatic got the memo. Whoa, this is cruelty. Live in action as the 15th round is just secured by brute force alone. fnatic ready to have another go tomorrow.
Yeah, 1-1 column. It's not too bad to find yourself there. And I know we're counting our chickens before they hatch, but only 1 egg left.
Yeah.
I gotta have faith.
What's your stance on the chicken and the egg? Which did come first?
The chicken, because it evolved from something else.
Yeah, from an amoeba.
Yeah.
All right, glad we got to the bottom of that.
Yeah, and look, I don't know if I'm right or if I'm wrong, and nobody will.
No one will. I mean, that's the beauty of the discussion. You know, you could just have an opinion.
Now, look, I'm playing a little bit ahead of myself here, Alex. I'm having a look at tomorrow's potential matchups.
Go on.
We might get Furia versus Cloud9 as a 2-0 game.
Oh, not an easy one for Furia.
Heroic versus Big as a 2-0 game. Now, Big have surprised to be in this category, so a good opportunity for them going up against the Danes. Na'Vi Liquid.
Yo.
Now, look, this might actually, this may, yeah, never mind. There's a little bit of change. Hold up a second.
What's the NIP Outsiders?
Ooh, a lot could change if Outsiders win. Yeah, look, if everybody at home wants to check it out, majors.im, head over there. It's a nice little simulator for the Swiss.
Yeah.
But we'll give this the attention it deserves because fnatic, 15-2 down, have Forceport in again. This time a little bit spicier. You can see Mezzi here looking at the sky in case it's going to be a fast B play. Now, just in case you wondered, he hasn't lost where his mouse is. He's preparing for a faster maneuver. That's a missed smoke. But I'm not sure it's going to cost them too much here.
No, that's the reason this comeback becomes a reality. The missed window.
Smoke on round number 18.
Yeah, we'll all remember that one.
We'll never forget it.
Never, never.
Oh, the timing on the dismount there is painful for poor Crims.
Oh, it's the same from cadiaN ratting through. Jabbi catches Crims on that bench. And oh, yikes. He's not done. Roy sees he does. Watch the rest of this one from the sidelines. cadiaN with his bouncy Mac 10 and 3 fires straight into the dome. Roy, ouch. Condemned. nikodos the same fate, and Heroic showing absolutely no signs of a slow start here. Day 1, legend stage, and it's a 16-2. Heroic are powering through this stage of the competition. Day 1, 2-0, and 3 opportunities. Legend stage, or rather champion stage. God, we are running through it.
Well, the playoffs, mate, they're just around the corner. Going to be here before you know it. And I think a little bit astonished with how quick that one went down. The celebration, sure, but that was an absolute clinic. fnatic, they started the day with a 16-13 win over rivals, at least